Diego, this just proves that they might be Nazis.
This is homophobia. This is fucking homophobia.
After all, your waifu can't love you back, and never will. Every now and then, you stumble on a corner of the internet you never intended to be on. Maybe you clicked a random link in a comment thread. Perhaps you're browsing the internet too long. Maybe you were on like the 10th page of Google searches. No matter how you got there, we've all had an experience that makes you wonder how you got to that point. No website has delivered more of those what the fuck moments quite like Reddit.com. In case you're not familiar, Reddit is a popular news / social media / really whatever you want it to be platform. You can search for subsections of fan-made communities called subreddits. This can range from politics, cute animals, and death-defying stunts to memes, anime, and celebrity AMAs. Case in point, Reddit has a litany of subreddits about anything and everything. And to be expected, there are some weird-ass subreddits. But what is arguably the strangest one? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I need not point you any further than the subreddit, our love for animesexuals.
Whenever you disagree with them, you're immediately a Nazi.
To fully understand this subreddit's craziness and brilliance, we must first explore a little bit of internet history. Be it on message boards or chat rooms, on threads and early internet staples like 4chan or Tumblr, to modern internet today like Instagram, Twitter, and of course, Reddit. It's a practice with an almost 30-year history on the net, with people constantly trying to one-up each other. While trolls you may have experienced in the past, like the infamous Rickroll, are subjects of trolling via links or such, there are many other ways of going about it, probably the most effective of which is delving into the realm of irony. There exist trolls who you've never even realized, but you've definitely seen. They're the people who you see in Facebook comments, talking shit about politics just to get people riled up. They crave the negative attention. They live in it. And this is where our story begins. Our love for animesexuals is a satire subreddit. Let's just get that out of the way right now. They deny and deflect the claims over and over and over again, and their just beyond bizarre behavior is even more of a supporting factor. They have made a community so unanimous in their goal that it's damn near impossible to find any cracks in their foundation. While with some of the stuff they post, you can't be faulted for assuming that they're satire. Any sane person honestly would. I've done a thorough dive, and I can determine that the posts mainly consisted of one of three kinds. I've labeled each content accordingly into meme fodder, Animesexual Pride, and non-believers. Let us take a look at each category and their impact on the subreddit overall. Meme fodder are the content that this sub essentially was popularized by. That's how I found it as well. It contains the content that makes you question the legitimacy of this subreddit. This content is what elevates the subreddit from a circle jerk of neckbeard weeaboo virgins into a true troll subreddit that is almost genius in its simplicity. For example, if you are pulling it up right now on your phone or computer, you'll see a bunch of memes. Probably something along the lines of the virgin animephobe versus the Chad animesexual, with a picture of a super buff guy in like black and white. Another example is to Photoshop anime girls with important historical figures. Here's a photo of Mai from Rascal Does Not My Bunny Girl Senpai next to Adolf Hitler. And here's an image of Zero Two and Ryan Reynolds. These are some excellent examples of meme fodder. It seems so fake, but the more you look at it and the more you think about it, the more the lines seem to get blurred. The more it seems they actually believe it. So you keep scrolling, looking for a post to confirm your suspicion that the sub is actually satire, only to be disheartened once you find the next kind of post. Let's paint the scene, shall we? You're scouring the subreddit for any shred of evidence that it's all satire, that it's all just an elaborate joke. And then you see this. A post entitled, My Animesexual Story. You pray to God that it isn't real. Still, you look further, and you slowly begin to doubt yourself. This is a real post I found a few weeks ago from the subreddit. Let me read out this beautiful story from you/little big fish. Hello, my fellow kings. You may recognize me as the one guy who comments on other posts, but today I am here to share something more serious. Recently, I shared my story in a comment thread, but to be able to touch as many people as I can, I decided to share it here. This is my story. I didn't choose to fall in love. I've had a relationship with 3D women before, and while I still do have 3D women friends, I just can't see any of them as sexually appealing, or have any romantic feeling towards any of them. At first I began to think I was ace, but when I discovered anime, something inside me clicked. They had flaws, sure, but there was something different about the characters in the show. They were actually kind of cute and had very pleasant personalities. This was the beginning of my life as an animesexual. Personally, when people mock me, I'm aware it's strange, and I'm aware that it's new and not normal. But it's who I am, and it's who many others are. It's our escape from our IRL lives. But even in our own little corner of the internet, we're still being persecuted and people telling us we're wrong. It's disgusting and wrong, and we simply want to be left alone and support each other. Isn't that so wrong? Jesus Christ, man, that hurt. Well, that was absolutely terrible. I mean, we can all agree on that. That text is what all the Animesexual Pride posts are like. This trick is used all over. You frame the light to make the people calling you out look like the bad guys. You present illogical arguments, but disguise them in an argument that paints the person into a corner. And when they try to dispute it, they have to look like a total ass. Trust me, this isn't just my interpretation. This is true. You'll find out how I'm so confident this is true just a little bit later. I just ask you to have some patience. Finally, we have our last kind of posts, the non-believer posts. Submission after submission after submission of either genuinely confused people or people who fell for the bait. Hook, line, and sinker. It escalates from just simple, "Are you satire?" to people calling them disgusting, a disgrace, and terrible human beings. My friends, if you have fallen for this trap, you are not alone. Tens upon hundreds of people have posted to this subreddit in hopes of discouraging and belittling the trolls. They fell for the bait, they got heated, they confronted them, and in their rage, the trolls have free reign to band together and paint the story however they like. You need to understand that online altercations like this are like a ball game, and the trolls in the sub are Olympic tier athletes when they come together. My friends, if you're stepping into their territory, you better play that ball as hard as you can, because no one will be able to know what's coming next when the ball is in their court. But wait, I hear you saying, that isn't so bad. These trolls are just the best for baiting some people into getting mad. This is nothing but clickbait and fake news. Ho ho ho. Just close out the comments, my friend. We haven't even scratched the surface. Remember how I drove and how tightly knit the community was? Yeah, that wasn't hyperbolic. The community on this subreddit is dedicated, committed, and prepared to tackle any situation. No matter how logical your reasoning may be, if you say anything even remotely anime-phobic, you are in the wrong. They will gang up and shut down any argument by throwing around baseless accusations such as Nazi, transphobe, or xenophobe. Be prepared, my friends, because there will be nobody to sympathize with you, and you will be labeled as such for the rest of your time with that account with a flare. It's a terrible cycle of gaslighting and self-serving egotism. And on top of that, the comments are inherently racist towards white people to provoke anger, calling them males or whiteys and devaluing their opinions and insight for the color of their skin. All this to get more people to challenge them in their domain. Anywhere else, they would get torn to shreds. But once you step into their territory, you give them the victory. It's all about safety in numbers. Like a pack of hyenas taking down a lion. In the face of an overwhelming number of individuals, nothing will be able to save you from the storm heading your way. Now, let's step back for a second. Up to this point, I've been throwing around a lot of accusations. How are you to know I'm not biased against this subreddit? That I'm not spinning this tale and rewriting the story? Well, for that, we need to go back to earlier in this video. Do you remember when I showed you the picture of Mai sitting with Hitler? I bet you didn't think anything of it. Well, my friends, I actually have deeper connections to this picture because I was the one who made it. I know what you're thinking, and no, I can assure you that this is not my account. This account actually belongs to a good friend of mine, and thus, this story begins. It was a cold day. We were sitting in my basement when my friend told us of what he had found. A subreddit glorifying animesexuality. We were confused, perplexed even at first. We went through all the steps I've described in this video. We figured it to be satire, but the further we went down and the more posts we saw, the more we couldn't tell. We eventually decided to ask with my main account, only to be promptly banned by the server. We needed to go deeper. I hoped to find answers, and he made an account, and I made that photo for him. We posted it and waited for a response. It was positive. That would be where a normal person would end this experiment. Unluckily enough, I am not a normal person. I needed to find out how far this would go. Some of you may have gotten ahead of me, but yes, I created an account to go undercover inside of our love for Animesexuals. What I found has been shocking. And to show you the effectiveness of my research, I point you towards my account, known as u/little pig bitch. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The story of someone coming out as animesexual was me all along. Nothing but a scam. I provided that story to further my point. Most likely, you believe that story, if not just assuming it was made up. But you never expect for such an account to be fabricated from absolutely nothing. Case in point, the fact so many people on Reddit believed that story that was made entirely up by yours truly says something about the subreddit itself. I've scammed my way through the community, and I've cheated my way to 7.2 thousand karma. Through posts and many, many, many comments, I've infiltrated this subreddit. And I can tell you, with no doubt in my mind, that this subreddit is nothing but satire and trolls. But was this not enough? You can't just believe that everything is just one giant troll. Do you want more proof? Well, my friends, let us take a look at my DMs. Case 1. I was so active that I was added as an approved user on the Our Love for Animesexuals subreddit. No tricks, no nothing. Case 2. I actively discussed working on an official project for the subreddit with an anonymous moderator. Our conversation clearly shows that the entirety of the subreddit was simply a facade, an elaborate lie, purely to anger and draw emotion out of people on the internet. Pure trolling at its finest. I'll now flash some of my most upvoted comments on the screen for the next while. Really let it sink in how much dedication everyone puts into this giant, well-organized, impressive troll. And that's it. Or at least it should be. After my account got banned from Reddit, which, long story, instead of only a few people falling for this, an entire community has gone to war against them. And holy shit, is it amazing. Imagine being so good at what you do that you manage to troll an entire goddamn community. Anyway, since I'm already talking about this godforsaken subreddit, I might as well dive into the war between our love for Animesexuals and our TF2. Anyways, some random stupid-ass 14-year-old on Twitter posted a stupid post.
Hey, hello, this is me, the guy from the video. Yeah, it's the guy from the video, woo! I'm here on, like, April 22nd, like a month after I got done recording this video. I'm editing it, and I realized now that I missed the entire, like, last point of the video. So, in the original recording, I spent, like, the last, like, 5 minutes talking about how, like, TF2 community fell into their trap, but at the same time, the Animesexual community couldn't bring them down because there's too many of them, and that was not the point. What I missed was the fact that this one kid on Twitter said one thing, and he riled up an entire community with like 500,000 people to the point where they invaded a much smaller sub. And it wasn't about how I started saying that, like, the Animesexuals couldn't downvote them enough or something like that, and so it was basically a stalemate. But it was a massive win for the trolls of the Animesexual community because of the fact that they were able to manipulate like an entire community of people, like I said, into coming to their little place and being like, hey, this is stupid. So basically, yeah, they did what I've been saying they do the entire time, so I don't see why I didn't consider that as a win for them. They baited an entire community of people, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, right? Anyways, I just wanted to patch that up and let you know, because that is not what I said in the original recording, and I just wanted to kind of rewrite that. So, anyways, enjoy the rest of the video. Just like 5 seconds after this.
This script was actually written on March 15th, 2021, and at 8 o'clock p.m. something was supposed to happen. Well, at this point I'm recording it on March 19th, so I can officially tell you that nothing has happened. It was all talk, and nothing happened at all. I'll play a few clips for when I was first reacting to it, but aside from that, nothing really happened, like, at all. It was very anticlimactic. Maybe there was actually a base to their claims, because look at this shit. What for Animesexuals? Totally fine. Then I go here. TF2 doesn't even show up. I just use my phone and must be something wrong with my phone, because on our TF2, it's fine. That was weird for a second there. I thought that there was actually some basis to their claims, but no, just looks like nothing happened. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this stupid video. And yes, I am fully aware that this is most likely going to be posted to our Love for Animesexuals by somebody, and I'm going to be flamed on there for it. But this video was for entertainment purposes only. I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. I'm simply just stating what my experiences have come to. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Aging Freak 2.0, and I hope you guys have a good day. and a goodbye. See you later.
And I got this soul.